How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So we are still currently in lockdown here in New Zealand. I'm hoping we have some announcement today. It's probably going to be tomorrow to find out how long it's going to be for. But I've done most of my chores around the house, so it's time to start mucking around with my car. So I will try and knock a few things off the list that I've been meaning to do for a while but never had enough time. Plus also I want to show off my front arms as well to you guys. I kind of haven't really gone into it too much, because I wanted to wait until they were actually released through AirGel before I could. But now I can actually show off some details about them now. So these are the extended arms from AirGel. They are adjustable between 55mm and 75mm, longer than factory. And also added more angle to our angle kits as well. So at the moment, how I've got it set up, it's bit over 60 degrees, about 61 degrees, something like that, of angle, lead and trail, so 0 Ackerman, and currently shouldn't be hitting anything. It has rubbed in the past up on that upper A-arm. So that's the setup now that's actually available from AirGel, and I'm going to play around with the adjustment of that today. So I can either just adjust the camber directly on the top upper A-arm, but I don't want to. I probably want to do it on the subframe, because I want to keep the wheel out as far as possible rather than bringing it in, because the more you bring it in, the closer it is to the body, and then you start hitting things again. I said I was going to do it on the lowers, but I lied. I'm going to do it on the upper, because it's way easier and I won't mess up my caster. So basically I'll do it, adjust this slightly flatter, drop the jam nuts, put the wheel straight, and figure out how much camber I've got, and then I guess I just repeat the process, or just adjust the camber on the other side until it's the same as this one. So just crack the 2 jam nuts and then turn this centre nut to adjust the camber. Well, that's all the adjustment I'm going to get out of the upper at the moment. So that's one of the changes that's made from these, which are the prototype ones, to the production ones, is that is going to be adjusted, it's mounted a little bit further back, so you can have more adjustment available on the upper, as well as here we've made it out allowed for a little bit more clearance. But yeah, I'll straighten up the wheels and I'll see where we're at camber wise. That's back down to about -5 degrees camber now. That's about -2, so I'll adjust that other arm to suit. As you can see, I've got a bit of wheel poke going on, which should probably, scrutineers would probably give me grief about anyway, so I am best having it like this. Right, it's about -5 on the front on both sides now. Maybe a point of a degree different on that side, but rough enough. And I actually am going to gain a little bit more camber when I lower it, just a touch, not heaps, but so that wheel gap is probably proper, but looks a bit much. Probably mostly because that's all worn out in there, making the guard look higher. Like on that side, yeah, nah, way too much, way too high. So I'll drop that right hand down a touch. I've lowered both sides a bit now. Maybe it was a mistake. It's quite close to the tyre. We'll see. But yeah, I was thinking about going up another 5mm in the rear though. Right now it's actually kind of even. But I'm going to take it for I'm going to drive it out of the garage. Drive it just down the road to get the suspension to settle. And back it into the garage to start working on the rear of the car. And I'll see what it looks like then. Because that's now sitting a little lower than it was moments ago. So I'm just about to start her up and spin her around, but I'll just show you one benefit of the AccuSump. I'll open up this valve. You watch the oil pressure. It's like a pre-oiler. So now the engine is like loaded with oil. Well, I reckon I got the ride height pretty perfect on this side, eh? Should be enough clearance in the front. I mean, it doesn't rub in the back. So it should be enough room for it to squat. The other side though, I think it's a little bit lower. Well, I reckon I got the ride height pretty perfect on this side, eh? Should be enough clearance in the front. I mean, it doesn't rub in the back. So it should be enough room for it to squat. The other side though, I think it's a little bit lower. Rear's probably about the same. It's a bit hard to tell because I guess the guards are different side to side. Well, no, that's probably alright. It's probably pretty even. I'll check from the wheel centre to top of guard and see if they're similar. I just set up a bar across there, measured it even from the firewall to the corners, and I measured the height from shock tower to bar side to side, pretty even, and the ride height is within a mil, so I'll leave it as is. Well, I kind of stopped working on the car for a little bit. I said I'd done my chores, I hadn't done them all. I mowed the lawns out the front, but yeah, so lockdown just got extended out. It's Monday now. It's extended out till Friday night at least, so no rush. I got the car jacked up, put some oil in the diff. I think that's all I can be bothered for today. I'll come out and play with it tomorrow.